13 When by Liz Gadden. I was only 13 when I realized I was gay. Over the previous few months, I had slowly, not even noticing it, become intrigued by gay people. They just seemed interesting to me. It didn't even seem significant that I always thought I wanted to have a fling with a woman before I got married. Finally, it started to dawn on me. I might be gay. For 2 months, I constantly thought, what if I'm gay? I can't be gay. I'm not gay. But gosh, she sure is cute. Then one day, I looked in the mirror and told myself, Liz, you're not gay. Liz, you're 95% sure you're not gay. Okay, just 90, but that's pretty damn sure. And the next day, I was watching TV, and suddenly I realized that the person I wanted sitting next to me would not be a man, but a woman. And from that moment on, I have accepted my sexuality. I never fathomed how difficult it would be to keep that part of my life a secret, especially in junior high. Every day I'd hear gay jokes and slanders coming from everyone I knew, and it tore me up inside. I never had been very popular. I was always made fun of because I was smart, I wore glasses, I was quiet. I was a nerd. I still am, I guess. Although none of the name-calling was directed towards me, I still felt each and every word was made just for me. The summer before high school was an emotional hell. I had nothing to keep my mind occupied with, so I contemplated suicide constantly. My parents came near to discovering my secret. I'm surprised they didn't, because I listened to Melissa Etheridge religiously. They read one of my emails that said in a roundabout way that I was gay, and my parents confronted me, and I freaked out. I locked myself in my room for the rest of the day, and I'm sure I would have killed myself then and there if I had something in my room to do it with. I sat and cried all day because I was scared. Scared of what might happen if they knew. I had no idea how they would react. I wasn't ready to tell them. When I entered high school, things got worse. On top of being gay, I was a freshman. I had been finding my solace on the internet, reading other writings by gay youth and guidelines on coming out to your family. And one day, I was just sitting in geometry crying, and I realized I needed to talk to someone. So I went to see one of the school counselors. She was a godsend. I began writing in a journal, and she would read it every time I saw her. Eventually, I built up the courage to come out to her in my journal. It was National Coming Out Day. It felt appropriate. She took it well, and I felt I finally had an outlet for my feelings, no matter how small that outlet might have been. And then, the inevitable happened. My parents read my journal. I was outed. I was terrified. My mother came into the kitchen one night and asked me to follow her. I walked into the room where we keep our computer, and she had 2 chairs set up, and I knew what was going to happen immediately. My stomach dropped to the floor. I will never forget that feeling. When she told me that she had read my journal, I began to cry. And so did she. Over the next few weeks, I talked my parents into driving me to Austin to attend a meeting of the local gay youth group, Out Youth Austin. The first day I went, I was terrified. I knew I wouldn't know anyone, and I'd never met another gay person in my life. I had no idea what to expect. As it turned out, though, I met the nicest people and started going there every week. I didn't really get to be friends with anyone until next summer. I've never been too social. After that, though, everything seemed to fall into place. A few months into my sophomore year, 2 people from my school came to a meeting the same night as me, and eventually we all became good friends. And over the rest of the year, they gave me the self-confidence to be out, and I began wearing my freedom rights and other rainbow accessories to school, and the only problem I encountered was a threat from a student towards the beginning of the year, but that was taken care of by the students at the school administration, and one of my big, tough lesbian friends threatened them back, which made me proud. By the end of the year, I was known as a lesbian, and I started dating. Although I wasn't very good at getting dates, I've gotten much better at that, though. My parents have been so accepting that when my mother and I are out in town, she points out pretty girls to me. And she even baked a cake for Ellen DeGeneres' coming out. Being gay in high school is still hard sometimes, but I have so many accepting friends that I don't even notice I'm different most of the time. I can't wait to get to college and meet new people, and I'm a little scared about leaving my family and living somewhere far away, but I know it'll be worth it because of all the friends that I'll make. one piece of advice for other gay teens out there. High school is never easy, but it doesn't last forever. Never give up. 4 years ago, I wanted to die because of my sexuality, and now I can't wait to go on living. Realizing I was gay was the best thing that ever happened to me.